Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are in the auction house of Bree, ready to continue with our epic quest. We'll need to go to Comba. Let me show you first, I took the time to level up my crafting. Now we just need to gather up some master tier materials to get that one as well. So I also took the scrolls from my bolt. What do we got? So, a Milk Thistle Draught and a Master Jeweler's Journal. Not really what I had in mind, as I had hoped I would be able to get the Battle Lore and the Warden Lore scroll recipes, as I think these are the ones that allow you to level up the crafting faster. They give the most XP, their item. So sadly that was not the case, and it seems this is a... Oh, Bree is full of people is what I'm trying to say. As you can see here, while leveling up my crafting, I was also able to craft the 5 Scholar Wreaths that the Elves of Rivendell were asking of us, and I will take that to them as soon as I get the chance to go back to Rivendell. There's no swift travel to come. Okay. Where to now? Here. This is what I was trying to do last episode. Remember that my dressing room reverted to the default version? Well, I've been able to sort this out already. I have the large dressing room, and I want to experiment a little bit with a map, a reduced map, so that I can check the map while I travel. And let's see how it goes. It's the first time that I've ever got this kind of map. And I was a little bit reluctant because I like to have all the icons on the screen to be as big as possible to make sure that I see all things on the area. But since you can mix what you see here on the map with what you see here on the radar, maybe that's not gonna be a problem. Now I guess I could technically go into the XML file and try to tinker that a little bit to change the positioning, the default positioning of the map. I think that can be done by modifying the X and Y values. I don't want to risk it because I spent a lot of time just making this map work alongside the dressing room that I have. So yeah, not gonna risk that one. So right now we're looking for the South Gargoyles. So for that we'll need to follow the road south to the Vale of Andrad. We did got the quest, and I think I'm not sure we came over here to talk to the NPC, but I am sure that we did not complete the quest line involving these ruins. That's why we have not completed the discovery for the deed, but we're about to get that out of the way. The ruins of Brilliant. And determination has been leveled up to 12. And now we have Explorer of Brilliant. Barrow Downs, the Old Forest, the Lore of the Curdle Prince, the History of the Dunedain, and the Flowers of the Old Forest. We have all those deeds underway, but we're not gonna bother too much with them for the time being. Just wanted to get some easy XP. I thought this ancient obelisk for the History of the Dunedain was on the area, but it's actually somewhere over here-ish in Chetwood North. And that is fortunate because the portion of the epic will need to talk to Constable Underhill in Comba, and he'll send us to a place we've already been before that is not far away from the location of that obelisk. So in that way we can take care of both things at once. That's what I'm gonna do. don't remember the exact location of that obelisk, so we'll need to do some exploring around the area. And since I wanna make sure that all my virtues have similar levels, let us switch now to confidence. We're gonna level up confidence a little bit. I've been also... Took me a while to get used to it, because when you open the quick bar with the plugin and you click on the pet, it immediately disappears. So that made me believe for a while I was not using it properly, but as you saw earlier, Garliv is right with me.
How can I be of service?
Oh, let me use. Let's go. Let's do this a little bit quicker. We're gonna swift travel to Thorin's Gate, as there is a swift travel option for me for Comba on that stable as well. So why is it there a swift travel to Comba in Thorin's Gate and Delvin and Evendim, and there is not one swift travel for Comba in Bree, which is just right around the corner? It's something that I have never understood. I guess the devs didn't saw the need, as Comba is an area that you visit very rarely and it's relatively close to Bree. But it would have been so much easier if the option was there. In any case, it's just a swift travel away. Thing is, we'll need to leave the area, we'll need to leave Farin's Court for the swift travel to kick in. But here we are back in the town of Comba. A guy beginning his journey there, so good luck to you. And Constable Underhill is right here.
Please, stay a moment.
Golodier. I have never heard of him, but he sounds like one of those rangers, like Thoradhan. If he is anything like Thoradhan was, I don't see any reason to doubt him. Well, I'm not sure about this knight that you speak of, but there is a new threat in the Chetwood, much more powerful than anything you've come across in the past. Perhaps he is the knight you seek. You can find him at his camp near the Evil Idol in the Chetwood. It is not hard to find northeast of here. And you'll see it right over there. Okay. So, the obelisk that we're missing is we can say on the way. On our way there, so gonna make a quick look for it. And hopefully it's not too difficult to find, so that we can also complete the history of the Dunedain. I'm still trying to decide. I'm still getting used to the map being this size. It's throwing me off a little bit, but it might work. I'm willing to give that a chance for a couple episodes at least, and see if it grows on me. Is the least I can do considering how much it took me to make that work, so yeah. I owe that to myself. So, Woodsedge Ruins. Not sure if the obelisk is in these ruins properly or another ruin close by. Ah, here it is. I'm not sure exactly how I missed it, since we passed through here previously, but in any case, here is the obelisk. You have discovered an ancient obelisk of the Dunedain among the ruins, and you have completed the history of the Dunedain deed. So, the crest that we got on the previous episode, you found a carving with an old Arnorian symbol upon it. It appeared to be the crest of the ancient kingdom of Arthedain. The ruins of that kingdom stretch for miles to the southwest and north. Beriathan itself was built upon a crossroads between Arthedain and its sister kingdom Cardolan to the east. Once they were all one great kingdom, stretching all across the north, but the folly of men first sundered them, then set them against each other until one after another they fell over the long years of the Third Age. There are some folk who still remember the tales of Arthedain, but you suspect that the crest may be of particular importance to the Rangers, for it is said that they are descended from that bloodline. And finally, the obelisk. You found an old obelisk among the Arnorian ruins, seemingly newer than the ruins themselves, with the names of many men carved upon it. Your only guess is that it must be some sort of memorial. The design and the style of the names you saw there suggest that it was built by the Dunedain, and given their reverence for their ancestors, there is every reason to believe that it may be a memorial for their fallen. Some of the names seem to have been added recently, suggesting that the Rangers are somehow involved. So it's kinda nice how this fleshes out the story and the setting of the world a little bit more. We did read the other 4 on previous episodes as we discovered them. I barely remember that right now, but I'm sure we did. And I'm sure I enjoyed that reading as well. But since we are a little hard pressed for time, I'm gonna move on. Now you see here where we are going is really deep into the Chetwood, and for a moment I thought we're heading to this area. These are the Blackwood headquarters. If you remember, this is where Beriathan got his Citadel guard gear back from the Blackwolds, and there is an area in this fortress, in this headquarters, that houses a level 50 guy, and it seems that's where we're headed. That's where I believed we were headed. The map location threw me off, but it seems I was right altogether. Because here's the guy that we're looking for. Yeah, he's here. Right beside Jaggerjack, which we already defeated too.
What chance have you?
Why do you come to trouble me, fool? I have many things to take care of for Mordirith. What? You have defeated the steward and left his throne to Amarthiel. Prepare to die. Really, Jaggerjack, you don't want to fight me again. So, we defeated Baltire. Just gotta go back to Constable Underhill. For that, I think we can take our Limbot. And it's good that we are getting more Master Scholar items. We'll need a whole lot of those. And hopefully, yeah, we can get the scroll cases with the battle lore and warden lore recipes. But everything's going according to plan, as we now have the remainder of Volume 1, which is about 7 books and a lot of new areas, to gather the Master Tier Scholar materials. And after we're done with all that, we'll level the Scholar tier right before entering Moria. And by then we should have all the materials. If not, we'll make another quick visit to the auction house. For mastering the Artisan tier, I only needed like 40 more of those Dunedain scripts, so I was doing really good. I was lucky with some crits as well, so it turned out pretty well in the end. Back in the lumber camp after God knows how long. Even though, yeah, many of the quests in the second half of Volume 1 have the style, go to this area, gather these and come back, so it's a lot of back and forth involved. It's really nice revisiting the areas you were in on the early levels. It is quite nostalgic, but it also makes you feel quite powerful coming back later. And this is the moment in which the Shadows of Agmar storyline starts to really pick up, so...
Good day.
It was the night you sought, and you have slain him. I am impressed. It is not often we get heroes of your ilk in these parts. Thank you for your help. Please tell your friend Golodir that your deed is done, and I will make sure we do something about that dreadful idol. It seems to attract an awful lot of attention. Now we just need to go back to Ostguruth and talk to Frederick the Elder. Off we go. So remember hearing in the Lone Lands Explorer deeds we were also missing. Where is it? The Weatherstop exploration we had not found Ehatsul. Well, at some point the epic will take us there. I'm not sure if this is the point or maybe it's another one. I think it's another one. Let's take this one.
Would you do something for me?
I have never heard of Golodir, but if he is a ranger as you say, then why should we give aid to him? The rangers did not aid us when we had a need, and we were forced to rely upon the shades of Oathbreakers to win our freedom. Still, we have many good men exploring Harloek these days. There is rumor that Angmar is involved, so my guess is that this is the best place to search. Go to Harloek and seek out your evil knight. When you have purged this evil, return to me. Yeah, the epic will take us to Ehatsul, but much later. So now that we're here, do I have any missing quest for the Eggline? I think not. But it's worth coming back here at some point to level up the reputation and finish the Slayer deeds. I was telling you on the last episode, it's better to do that at level cap or close to level cap so you can clear the enemies really fast. As of right now we just need to get to Harloek and find the knight we're looking for. Oh my god, but he is in the very last corner of Harloek, so... Well, maybe we can advance some Slayer deeds along the way, like trolls, for example. At least while we find a knight. After we find him and dispose of him, we can muster back to Ostguruth, so it's not gonna be necessary to kill trolls or anything on the way back. There is no way back. Now, where was the entrance to this? Well, at least we can get like half of the deed done for leaving. Not gonna count for our class deeds, but it's not so difficult anyway, so. Here, a corpse. Worth looting it, maybe for the silver, but I think it's more trouble than it is worth right now. Down they go. Map to Ostgurud. Well, might as well use it, right? I mean, we have the monster, but I have never seen these maps be solicited in the auction house, selling for anything. So I don't think there is not a profit that we can make out of it. Let's just take advantage of the rare drop that we got and make use of it. To get the first tier of the deed almost done, so might as well complete it at least. We are missing just a few more of these trolls.
You will perish.
It is a shame that you have traveled this far only to be defeated. Mordirith's defeat means nothing. You have no idea what forces are at work in Eriador, and you will die without knowing. Don't count me out just yet. But we have nothing on me. Another corpse in here. Okay, and I saw a few more trolls on that kind of pond over there. Yeah, here, how many are we missing? 5. I think we can find those 5 easily. Yeah, in fact there are more than 5. This is the last one. Completed Troll Slayer. It's something. Okay. At least we get some reputation. Okay. Title, the new deed. We need to now defeat 80 of these guys. Some LOTRO points. Let us use this map that we got. And report to Frederick. Oh. Well, at least with a master, I don't have to climb any stairs, so it was still a better option, but whatever. So,
Greetings.
thank you for helping us. I fear to send more men to Harloek, for my people are small in number. You have helped the people of Ostgurd greatly, and from what you tell me, all the free peoples. Thank you again, friend Beriathan. And now we just gotta report to Galadhir, so we're gonna take milestone skill. Back to Gath Forthnír. Back to Galadhir.
How can I be of service?
You have done the free peoples of Eriador a great service. Thank you. While you were gone, I spoke with Laerdan about Amarthiel, and it seems he is the one with whom you should speak. He knows much more about this woman than any other, it seems. We will speak more about this shortly. Let's take the shoulder guards, but
Could I speak with you a moment?
itemization on this is not that good. You have done well with very difficult tasks, but there is more yet to be accomplished. While you were gone, I spoke with Laerdan about Amarthiel and where she might be heading with the palantír. We need to find her quickly and put an end to her schemes. However, Laerdan knows much more than I thought before. Go and speak with him and learn how you can help him find Amarthiel. I think this is Laerdan's room. Yeah. Here we are.
Graze the shadow upon my heart.
I am loath to confess that I know more of Amarthiel than perhaps any other living. Yet still I knew nothing of her secrets as Sarah Oakhart. She has become much more powerful than I had imagined. Indeed, I had believed her dead since the Battle of Fornost. It matters not, she is alive and my pursuit of her must continue. I believe that she is heading to Evendim. She has a palantír, I am guessing that of Osgiliath, the Master of the South, thought lost in Anduin, and if she has any hope of staying in power, she will need to confer often with the Lidless Eye. She may also use the palantír to find Narchuil, that token of power she lost long ago. The only place left for her is Annúminas then, for it may be that the pedestal where once sat the palantír of Annúminas still stands. You should go to Evendim quickly and speak with Calenglad. He is at the ranger camp at Tinnudir on the eastern shore. It is my dearest hope that we will meet again on a happier day, Beriathan. So that's it. We are ready to go into Evendim. The problem here now is, well, not a problem. The question in here, we have the master. We can port straight away to Evendim, or we can projecting the path. The quickest path for Beriathan on horseback is Esteldin and then the North Downs and Evendim, so that would be porting to Esteldin and riding a horse. I mean, I don't want to break immersion, but that's a long ride, so gonna compromise for now and see how it works out. Okay, these are the items the trolls dropped. They were good for level 30, but not anymore. I'll need to sell them. And the good thing of arriving to Evendim is that we can also progress now. The Reforging of Narchuil quest. Thing is, I don't think I have items to advance these tasks, so we're gonna hold on to that for a moment and talk to Calenglad.
How can I be of service?
What is that you have there? A letter from Aragorn. Let me see it. What is it you call yourself? Beriathan. I am sorry, but this note is not enough. Some robbers have plundered the vaults and tombs of Annúminas, seeking to despoil the heritage of the Dunedain. This could be a forgery intended to relax our guard. Nay, I'm afraid I cannot trust the words of this letter. Am I to know you are true? Deeds, not words, matter to me.
What do you need?
You put me in a difficult situation, Beriathan. I cannot in good conscience help you without first administering a test of your character, but if you are indeed sent by Aragorn, any delay is an affront to my lord. I will not make this decision alone. Render your aid to the rest of my brethren, to Astuyu, Orkhon, and Nightmoon. Once they are satisfied that you are indeed of good character and do not have villainous motives, I will consider your petition once more. You will find my fellow rangers here at Tinnudir. If however you prove false, I will have you cast into the lake with any of your robber friends that I catch. Like, hey, look where I come from. You can trust me. And what about the epic?
Greetings.
Laerdan and Galadhir sent you, did they? There must be more than we thought to the growing presence of the Angmar then. I am glad then that they have sent a proven here to help.
How can I be of service?
The Angmar presence in Annúminas is most disturbing, and hearing the news you brought me, I think that is the best place to search for Amarthiel. He cannot yet have gone too deep into the ruined city, and we cannot let her go any further. I will let you bring 5 of my men with you. Whatever you do, you must come back with information about her plans. This is most urgent for the Dunedain and for Eriador. We cannot let the Lidless Eye have any more influence in this region. Speak with me again when you are ready to leave. So it's kinda funny, right? Like, for the side quest, not gonna trust you at all. For the epic, yeah, sure, why not? Take my men. So these are... well, limits of the old quest design that I guess cannot be... oh, that's what they had at the time, I guess. Anyways, let's proceed with the Narchuil quest. Astiel. I am not as suspicious of your identity as Calenglad, but I will do as he wishes. You must prove to me that you have an honest heart and are not allied with those who seek to plunder my Dunedain heritage. Yet sand sometimes washes onto the shore of the island from out in the lake, and the tomb robbers seek it out in search of jewels and other valuable trinkets. These pieces once belonged to the law-abiding people of Arnor and to their kings in Annúminas. We cannot allow the robbers to get their hands on any more of them. Follow the island's western shore northward, Beriathan, and look for Jetsam among the reeds. I would be interested in seeing any damn pottery shards you can recover. Beware of tomb robbers, for they seek the same things, though for very different reasons. Return to me when you have gathered enough fragments, and I will see if you have recovered anything of interest. We're gonna focus on the quest to have Narchuil reforged. But let's see if there are any other quests here in Tinnudir. Calenglad is a wise ranger who has seen many summers, and I trust his judgment as my own. If he is not convinced of your honesty, I remain unconvinced as well. North of Tinnudir in Tirn Forneck, an ancient stone overlook stands watch atop one of the tallest hills. Gath Grimshaw, leader to one of the robber bands that has caused us so much trouble, plans his band's activities from its heights. If you seek to prove yourself to me and Calenglad, you will put an end to Gath Grimshaw. You will find Varat Rat, the flat stone platform atop the tall hills of Tirn Forneck, northeast of Tinnudir and north of Tam Ornin. You will find Jape there as well. This is Calenglad, yeah. We have here Orkhon. The next quest.
Stay a moment.
You say you have been sent here by Aragorn. Or you have, and I am Arvid, your last king. Calenglad is right not to trust you if you ask me. Still, I am not going to turn down a helping hand. If you can convince me that you are not a rover trying to make off with precious relics of the Dunedain, I will put in a good word for you with Calenglad, but you will not have it easy. Bots and barguests have begun creeping into Parthaduel from the Fields of Fornost, and we rangers have been too busy dealing with the tomb rovers of Evendim to drive off the creatures. It is toward Fornost, defeat the winged beasts and their fell hounds in Parthaduel, and then return to me with word of your deeds. Okay. This is the next quest. Sorry for the pause there. Wife just got back to work, was saying hello. In any case, let us continue here. Let us pick up the stable master. And there is another quest in here. Here. This is for Barahan's camp. We had already done that. Elrond in Rivendell. Rthanya at Lemakoti, and
Would you do something for me?
Reclaim Tam, Amnambard.
Okay, let's pick this one. The land to the east of here is called the Fields of Twilight. Within it are the ruins of several ancient states. These places were once home to powerful families within the kingdom. They grew grain and raised animals used to feed the city and provided work for many of the people. Now they are disgraced by rovers, overtaken by nature, desecrated by goblins, and one now even serves as a camp for a force from Angmar. It is an affront to all who draw their heritage from the shores of this lake. I have detailed in this journal notes about the states and the threats availing them. Please take it and read from it as you explore the Fields of Twilight. It will guide you if you choose to help us reclaim these ancient ruins. Okay. Alright. Amnambard, first of all. Amnambard is the nearest of the ruined states and our first priority. While the threats to it are not great, they must not be trivialized in their importance, for Amnambard is being reclaimed by nature itself. Amnambard was once a great hall. You can see that in what still stands today. This will not be the case for long though, and not because of looters or goblins. It is the ivy. It grows deep into the cracks in the walls and slowly pushes the bricks apart until nothing is left standing. It is also threatened by a source that itself is not threatening. A herd of elk has settled within its walls. They are not a problem of themselves, however, soon they will bring predators, wolves, hungry rovers, orcs, and goblins from the northern hills. Okay, and before I forget, let us pick up here. The Boat Keeper. Not sure I will need to take a travel by boat anytime soon, but it's better to have it unlocked just in case. So here we are finally in Evendim, ready to start questing in the area. After the revamp, Evendim is an area that has a lot of quests here in Oldvarton, in the Colossus, in Tinnudir, in Ostford, in Eminuiel, in Annúminas, and many other places. So this is an area in which you can complete the quest and the reputation, the quest deeds and the reputation really easily. If you start from the very beginning, since we are not, let us see how far we can get.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
You come from Lord Glorfindel himself? Well then, you are welcome here. It is a great honor to receive a messenger from such a renowned elf. Aragorn, you say? I know not that name. There are a few elves who come to these lands, and those are mostly travelers, not residents. Still, it may be. I have heard tale of an uncanny glade across the lake on the northwest shore. That shore is dangerous these days, but they say the glade itself is different. If an elf lives anywhere around the lake, it would be in or near that glade. Go if you will, but be wary. And the treasure hunt.
Will you hear my sorrows?
This is a quest that I don't particularly like, but today I'm feeling up to it, so let's get it. I have come into possession of a riddle, Beriathan, that may lead the way to buried treasure. A Dunedain landholder buried something somewhere in Evendim, fearful that it might be taken by the Witch King's forces if Fornast fell. It seems that the landholder's line was extinguished in the battle, his lands abandoned, but I believe that his treasure remains unfound. Here is the riddle, Beriathan, the only directions I have found, and those not easy to come by. 2 roads pass through green fields. 4 kings watch the meeting of the ways. I do not know where this might be, but there is a crossroads east of Tinnudir. Perhaps this riddle speaks of the crossroads of Canadiac. I believe they do. And
Could I speak with you
remember.
a moment?
Kill Ruinen, not gonna take that one. And here what do we have? Wardens of Anúminas.
Greetings.
You have been sent by Arrow here. Good. We have great need of trustworthy warriors to help us against the growing threat of robbers and the like that have grown up in recent months here, for we are few and it threatens to overwhelm us.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Tomb Raider's stashes. This is a quest that would give more reputation than just turning in 10 of this, so it's always good to pick it. Greetings, Beriathan, you have arrived at a difficult time. We have been stretched terribly thin by the incursions of the Angmarim into our lands and by the number of lawless brigands that have been stirred up by the gathering clouds of war. It is against the latter which I hope you can aid us. The bands of Tomb Raiders have become so bold of late that they have taken to wearing sashes of allegiance to their various unsavory leaders. I would have you bring me these sashes as proof of their defeat. If you can do this for us, then I will see to it that your name is regarded well among the Wardens of Anúminas. We've picked a lot of different quests, most of them all of them really, are too low level for us, so we're not gonna make a lot of experience from it. Artisan weaponsmith scroll keys. No, I need it. And Polar scroll keys. Now we need to defeat robbers in Evendim. We'll come across a few of them. Not sure if enough to kill 90 of them. I don't think so. Good thing is that now that we are a high level for this area, we can pick our fights and choose whether or not get involved. So that makes us able to advance a little bit faster on the area. But even then, these quest lines that I have picked today are quite lengthy. But I do this with the intention of being able to complete the 3 tiers of the quested with just these quest lines alone. Otherwise, there are plenty of quest lines that I also like in the King's Way here in the Colossus. I really like how that area was handled after the revamp, so if needed we can go there. And you will see that these 3 quest lines do require you not only to complete a lot of quests, but also go to a lot of different parts, so I think this is a good way for us to get to visit a whole lot of Evendim. You see, we're speaking the North Cotton Farm and Old Parkman, as those 2 areas are not linked with this epic book. Will not visit them. I'm not sure if at some point we'll need to cross here into Eminuyal. For the time being, let us return to Astiul and bring him the pottery shards.
How can I be of service?
You have returned, Beriathan, and with some shards of Evendim's history, I trust.
Stay a moment.
You have recovered quite a few artifacts and bits of pottery from the shores of the lake, Beriathan, so now we need to sort out the valuable pieces from the rest. I have been separating the pieces I have collected by size on each of these mats, so if you do the same, I would appreciate it. Then I can examine them easily for clues to their history. It should not take long. So just for the record, you are my favorite ranger in this island for trusting me. The other ones, not so much. They are not as trusting as you. Sorry.
Greetings.
Thank you for your help, Beriathan. Nightmoon thinks such efforts are fruitless, and that any time spent out of battle with the tomb robbers is time wasted, but I disagree. We must salvage whatever remnants of our history from them we can, whether through combat or the avoidance of it. You have a good heart and a helpful spirit, Beriathan. I believe that you are indeed a friend of Aragorn, and I will tell Calenglad as much. Thank you again for your efforts. Yeah, thank you. Thank you once again for your trust. So, now we'll leave. Through this bridge. Okay, so I think the first place we can go to is Amnambard. It's quite close really, we just need to climb over here, and there is the crossroads for the riddle quest. Right over there. Got a new deed, the ruins of Evendim. We are in Annambard. Need to discover 7 more of those. And it seems the ivy is inside. We gotta find a way inside. And with this, I should be done with the elk. No, I'm missing one still. Here. Put down a Tomb Raider and the elk. Completed Annambard. You feel that Annambard is under control. The next page in the journal speaks of Thunbaren. The next state within the fields is Thunbaren. It is a place we know little about. The records we have found only describe its name. It is an enigma indeed. The only thing I know is that the tomb robbers have been swarming over it as of late. Given our focus elsewhere, it has been ripe for the picking, and they have slowly stripped out any valuable information we could find to glean its identity. It is not enough that we battle nature and time as enemies to our history, we have to deal with greedy robbers who want to deny us our past and identity. It cannot be tolerated. And where's Thunbaren, really? Not so far away. We have time to get the riddle quest and then go look for Thunbaren. So these are the crossroads of Canadiac, and here we have what we're looking for. The stone marker is surrounded by signs of digging. If it once marked the location of the treasure, it has surely been found. The marker bears an inscription all but worn away by the passage of time. The inscription on this stone marker is barely legible, but these words can just be made out. To settle disputes meant fight in the ring of stone. Outside the wall, my marker is hidden. This new riddle may reveal the true location of the treasure. And I think, yeah, that one is near Astford. And the quest line to reforge Narchuil will take us to Astford later on, so we'll hold on to that. That means we can go to Thunbaren. Here we are in Thunbaren. Just need to defeat some robbers. And I don't like you here in stealth, so I'm gonna take care of you. We have here antique base, no longer needed. Build Tripper. Alright. I'm missing just one more, and here it is. You feel that Thunbaren is under control. The next page in the journal speaks of Mordirith. You turn a blind eye to a corner of this region for just a moment, and something momentous happens that you missed. Somehow, with all of our focus on the Tomb Raiders and Brigands in the south, a scouting force from Angmar has slipped into one of the ruins. This is a disaster for us on several fronts. Something here is of enough value for Angmar to send a force to find it. Something that we do not yet know of ourselves. It could turn the tides of war, not to mention what could happen if they find the refuge of Tinnudir. If they use that knowledge to somehow find Estelin, I cannot entertain those thoughts. We must drive them out, and we must sow confusion among those who remain. Their plans have been tacked to the walls of the ruins. If their numbers were thinned and their plans destroyed, perhaps we will stand a greater chance. And Thunbaren, okay. And on the way. So let us make it out of Thunbaren. Find a good place to hang out so that we can end the episode. Just missing two more Tomb Raider stashes. Well, actually one. If we could get just one more, I might forward to Evendim just to turn that quest. And for Beriathan to get some rest before continuing the exploration of the area. Yep. Just gotta go back to Tinnudir and turn in the quest.
How can I be of service?
Your actions speak well of your skill and bravery. Would that I could reward you more handsomely for your efforts, but our resources are drawn thin, and our thanks must suffice for the time being. Well, that's enough for me, if you ask me. Thank you so much, Canuyan. And thank you as well for watching this episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Please join me next time. We'll continue exploring the land of Evendim and working towards the many tasks that we have assigned in here. That's it for today. Stay safe, take care, I will see you on the next episode. Bye bye!